So we're looking for passing information on to the media about, first of all, what we do here at Communication Services, but also to provide the message that no matter what language you speak, please call 911. We can access interpretation services for 175 different languages, and we can deal with any type of emergency from anyone who speaks English or not. And it's an important message for people not to hesitate to call 911, even if you don't speak English. We can deal with that.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. Thanks. Handle any call that comes in on our non-emergency line. So to us, a 911 call would be someone's life is in danger or there's a crime in progress. Non-emergency line you would use for I need to report my bicycle's been stolen or minor things. Now that's sometimes it's up for interpretation what people think is an emergency and what isn't. We do get a lot of 911 calls that really aren't emergencies. However, it gives us an opportunity to educate the public a little bit. So calls that come in on 911 go directly to the first available call taker. And as far as you can see, these folks are all handling calls. I don't know if you saw any of the slides downstairs, but we take about 5,600 calls per day. So it's a pretty busy place, and that's average. You know, there are times when we're up to 8,000 calls a day, and that means we're answering calls as quickly as we can. We currently have 17 call takers right now that are working, taking calls, and we're really mandated to keep minimum numbers of people answering calls. So it depends on the time of day. If you call in at 4 in the morning, there might only be 9 people on the phones because it's just not all that busy. But now, at this time of day, it's quite busy, so we have more people that are taking calls. So as the calls come in on the 911 lines, they are answered by our call taker, and we not only are connected with the caller, but we also get information that comes in with the call that actually spills right in onto the call taker's screen and indicates their address, their name, their closest intersection, their phone number. So if you were unable to speak, we could dispatch on that call based on the information that comes in. Cell phones. Thankfully now with cell phones, we do get your location with your cell phone. Yeah, that's a little dependent on GPS technology. It may not be exactly, but it's usually within a fairly close area. But we can dispatch to the location of where that phone call is coming from with your cell phone. That technology we've only had for a couple of years, but it's been fabulous because a lot of people don't know where they are when they're calling us. So at least we can track where that phone is. That's a call taker who does speak a particular language. On the shift that I came from, we had a girl who spoke Italian and a girl who spoke Spanish. So sometimes they're able to do some interpretation. But here we need an interpreter quickly, and we need a wide range of interpreters because of the many languages people speak within the city. So that's why to have access to 175 different languages is...
So you connect with California?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So there's a button on their phones, and I'll show you one of the... Hey, move my stuff out of the way. That's okay, don't worry about it.
Can you leave it clean?
That's all right, it's fine. So there's a button on the phone, and once we press that button, it automatically connects us with the interpretation service. We tell them what language we're looking for, and they will bring an interpreter on the line, and that happens, as I say, within seconds. It's very quick.
Is it 24 hours?
24 hours, 365 days a year, absolutely. Yep.
When a phone call comes in, say a landline,
Yes.
comes in, you should be able to know where exactly.
Correct.
You don't really have to ask the caller where
it does
where they
help
calling
because we take 911 calls. It could be their house is on fire, so they need a fire truck. It could be somebody's had a heart attack, so they need an ambulance. So that's why we always ask questions, because we want to know which services they need to have. But if we don't know anything, we'll send the police to their door, and then from there be able to figure out what's going on.
So
from here to dispatch fire services. We only no. So if you call 911 and say my husband's on fire, then I say wait, and I transfer your call to the fire department. If you call and say I'm having a heart attack, I'll say wait, and I transfer your call to the ambulance. If you say I was just robbed, I'll take all your information and I'll dispatch the police from here. So we answer all the 911 calls, but we only dispatch the police from here. Yeah.